Hi there folks, Jackie here from jmccreates.blogspot.co.uk and I'm here with another tutorial for you. Today's project is going to be this one, and it's an exploding box. And it's an exploding box for, if I can open it, there, for a scented candle tin. Okay, so not only are we going to create the box, I'm going to show you how I decorate the candles too. Okay, now for this one I actually used a paper pad from Craft Sensations that I bought in the range, and it's called Blue O's. And it's really beautiful. It's full of blue and green papers, and each paper has a foil side and a plain one. So you get, that's got foil. Oops, I've used that one. No, that's the foil one there. Sorry, I can't see properly. And that's the plain one. I've used the foil one of that one, and then there's the green. So and that's it all the way through. Okay. I've also used for this one, for my flowers, I've used a stamp and die set from Spellbinders. It's from I think it's a Heartfelt Creations one. It's called Sun-Kissed Fleur. And you get the stamp, and you can also buy a die separately. Okay, so that's what I used for that one, for my stash. And because I used a pattern paper on the outside, I haven't decorated the outside of mine. I've just decorated the inside of mine. Some blue glitter card, some of the lovely foil papers, some stamps, and some flowers and gems. Okay, and the same for that. So let's rock and roll. Okay, let's see what we need to make this one. Okay, right, I have a candle. This is how they come. Okay, you get them for £1 in my local pound shop. Okay, I'm using Petal Passion's papers this time and black cards, so I'm going to be decorating both sides of the box. So this bit is for my lid, and it measures 7 3/8 by 7 3/8. If you're doing it from a large 12 by 12 pattern paper, when you cut it off, you need a bit that is 9 3/4 square for your base, and the bit that's left, you can cut this strip out of it to decorate your candle. So, and it only needs to be 1.5 wide. It doesn't need to be any longer than 9. Okay? That's what we're going to use to decorate the candle. I'm just going to curve that a little bit in my fingers. Okay. For the decoration then, you're going to need 8 bits that are 3 by 3 of your glitter card. Then 8 bits that are 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 of your pattern paper. This is for your decorating both sides. If you're only decorating one side, you only need 4. For this one, I've used the corner punch, and for this one, I've used a retired Stampin' Up punch. Okay, and I've already done 7, just one left to go. Okay, I've also die cut a glitter scalloped circle for my stash, and then a plain circle to go on top of it. Okay, for the sentiments, I have used Sunshine and Rainbows, Wishing You a Sunny Day. That's this one. from Touches of Texture, which is a double stamp set, I have used the bee in the flower. One flower, one bee. And then this is just a little For You from a retired set. Okay. And that's our decoration. I've just added some white gems on those. Okay. So, your base then is 9 3/4 by 9 3/4, and you're going to score at 3 1/4 and 6 1/2. Turn it and repeat. 3 1/4, 6 1/2. Okay. For the lid, you're going to score at 1 and 2 on all sides. 1, 2. There we go, and that's all your scoring done. Okay, so then you just want to burnish your score lines and do your cutting. Now this lid is reinforced because it's just made of DSP and I wanted to firm it up a bit. Okay, so then you're going to remove all of the outside squares. Okay, on all sides. So you'll be removing 3 squares, this one, and then this one, this one, and this one, all the way around. Okay, this one, and this one. And for your base, you're just going to remove the 4 corner squares. Which is this one, this one, this one, and this one. Okay, just take them away completely. And I like to take the score line completely away so that it's nice and neat. Okay, I know I'm working with black card, which makes it hard to see, but it will be pretty. We put up with difficult things just so we can make pretty things. And if I stutter or anything today, it's because my mouth is extremely dry and I forgot to bring up a drink. I had a rough night and had to take extra painkillers, so I didn't sleep much. And that was alright, because I crafted half the night. And David was working night shift, so he didn't know, so he couldn't worry about me. Win-win. That's what you call a win-win. Oops, cut. I was going to say that didn't take enough of that off for me, so it didn't. Okay, right, and now we'll just keep going and we'll do your lid while you're at it. Now this paper isn't easy to see, so I shall, if I get really quiet, it's because I'm really concentrating so that I do a good job. forgot to put my radio on today. Okay, 1, 2, 3, one more to go. And Bob's your uncle. And then all we'll need to do is miter the edges. So I'm using up as much of my papers as I can because the new catalogue will be coming out soon, and I will have lots of new stuff to play with then. I know I forgot to say that I was a independent Stampin' Up demonstrator at the start of this, didn't I? Oopsie. That'll be the oops. If you watch me regular, you'll know. You don't need me to tell you. Right, so those are all our bits cut away. Right, now what we want to do is find the glue and glue them down. Okay, just tuck her in and make sure your corners are nice and flat, that there are no seams sticking over. Okay, and you do that on all 4 sides of your lid. And the base doesn't have any glue in, which makes it pretty easy. Yeah. Riley's fast asleep up the corner in his wee bed. He's been out all night, so he'll be sleeping all day, which means I'll get piece to craft. Otherwise he comes and he annoys me when he wants me to pet him or he wants me to play with him. Right, then you only put glue in your outside bits. There we go. And just fold them over, stick them down. Okay. And that's it, that's your lid done. Yay. Right, now for the base, as I said, 3 by 3 and 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, and glue round your corners and glue one on top of the other. And because I'm using glitter card, I have most of mine done already because it takes a bit of time to go off. So I'm just going to set this one to the side and glue the other ones on. So 4 on each side. 4 inside and 4 outside. Unless you're using pattern papers, which means if you use a single-sided pattern paper, the pattern on the outside, you only have to decorate the inside. If you use a double-sided pattern paper, you don't necessarily have to decorate any of the sides. But for me, it's half the pleasure. So it is. Coming up with different ways to decorate things and not always take the easy way out. Oops, I forgot to round the corners of my box. I better do that now. Okay. Just do that on all of them to make your corners pretty. There we go. Right, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I'm going to turn it over and do exactly the same on the outside. And this is the Miss the Magic glimmer paper, the white glimmer paper that I'm using behind this, because it is always also being retired at the end of May. So I don't mind using up so much of it. It takes a lot to do this, but 2 sheets of it, 2 6x6 sheets is all I used. Oh no, 2.5 counting my wee top bit. I forgot about it. But I like a bit of sparkle, so it doesn't matter. And I don't see the point in buying it and not using it. That's what it's there for, to turn it into something pretty. And what you do is you use, at our local pound shop, you get 30 sheets of white card for £1. It's either 25 or 30, I can't actually remember. And I buy it half a dozen packs at a time. And that is what I use to make my prototypes. And that way I'm not wasting a lot of good quality card and I'm not worried about the expense. And then when I've got it exactly as I want it, I get the pretty stuff out. Right, there you go. That's your 4 sides decorated. If you can get it to stay down, that is. For some reason that one there doesn't want to stick. Get down, you beast. Right, there we go. Right, what's next? Next we're going to decorate our candle. Oh, that lid came off much easier. So, take off the outer bit, okay? Get your bit of card. Where is my tape runner? I can't see my tape runner. Okay, just get another one out. Right, and then you're going to run this all the way down both sides, okay? And stick it as close to the bottom as you can, because you don't want the lid affecting it. And just carefully wrap it round. Oh, I cut it too short. Oh, I cut it too short. What should it have been then? It should have been 9.5. Oops. That's the oopsie. We'll just have to do that, I'm afraid. Well, this piece of card obviously needs to be 2.5, 1.5 by 10.5. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of glue tape along both edges. That's too far over. There. And then this bit will go on there. And nobody will be any the wiser. Okay? There we go. Right. So then your lid goes on and it reaches just under your lid. Then you want to take your circle, which is a 2 1/4 circle. And what size is that one then? It's 2 3/4 scalloped. 2 3/4 and 2 1/4, because I want to see quite a bit of the white. Okay, then we're going to put some pads on it. Okay, and we're just going to stick that on top. Right. And that's your candle. Right. You take your little sentiments, which I have used the 1 3/8 scallop punch and then 1 1/2 circle punch. And actually you want to put them on foam. One, 2, 3. I need another one. 4. Okay. And then you're just going to stick them on the inside. And what I do is I have the 2 decorative bits and the 2 sentiments opposite each other. One to go. Then I am going to go and cut the flowers and come back to you. Okay, so if you didn't want to do the flowers, if you didn't have a flower die or anything, then that would be as far as you go there. Okay, and that would be your box. But I want to put flowers on top of mine and inside and some gems, so I'm going to cut some and come back to you. Right folks, so we are back. I have cut out, stamped and embossed this in silver twice and used the coordinating die to cut it out. Okay, I've also cut out 3 leaves of the largest one just in black for my lid. Okay, so I have already done one and I'm just about to put my glue dot in it. Okay, and I'm going to do the other one with you, okay, or the other sections. So wrong side facing you, emboss until and curl it. Okay, turn it over, squidge it, turn it over, squidge it. Glue. Glue, a dab of glue in the middle. Okay, and then put it all together, and what do you get? I have no idea. Squidge them in, get your embossing tool and push, and that will bring your leaves up and it will dry. The glue should dry and help it stay in that position. Okay, so we will put our one on our lid first. So I stuck a few gems on there, but I didn't really need them. Okay, right, glue gun. There we go. And stick it down. There, and that's our candle lid, ready for our box. Now, I've taken the lid and I have put gems all the way around it, just because I have them and I could. And to make it pretty, my glue gun is switched off. If you don't, sorry about that, forgot to switch the phone off. Not that I really know how to do that, but technology is not my strong suit. Right, so we want to put a gem in the middle of them. And these are big ones that I have. I got in the pound shop all these for £1. They're actually sew on, you can sew them on, but they work perfectly for what I need them for. And then just put your glue on. Press it, and that's your lid done. Right, inside I've got some more that I want to put on. Okay, so I did cut a couple in black ones, a couple of these flowers, but I only needed a couple. And then this one's going on here. Okay, and on there. And that is all our flowers done. Right. Actually, I cut out black leaves for the lid. Just like that, I think. Okay. And I curled those too. I simply squidged them on the underside, turned it over, and on the stalk I pressed it there, and that's all you do. Right, now you want to get them on your lid. Okay. One more. There you go. That's your lid done. So, take your box, fold it up, put your lid on, and that is an extremely expensive looking present. And how expensive does that look? And that is a candle that costs £1 in the pound shop. Oh my word. I think that's a beautiful, and the smell, it is scented too, and it's sitting here and I can smell it. It's gorgeous. So I hope you like my creation, and I hope you give it a go. And if you liked it, give me a thumbs up, please. Subscribe. I appreciate you stopping by no end, and I would love it if you'll come back and see more. Until the next time, Jackie out.